So Vivi is gonna be playing blue over here. Max over there in the red, and let's take a look at the map. So this is standard Arabia. As we can see, there are ponds here in the trees. So this is not KOTD Arabia, this is not green or dry Arabia, just regular Arabia. And yeah, as for the civilizations, Vivi is gonna be playing Teutons and the Max is gonna be playing Incas. So both infantry civilizations. Teutons, of course, they get access to paladins, very strong cavalry. Incas, of course, they get access to Kamayuk, which is a counter, not strictly a counter cavalry unit, but they have bonus versus cavalry, so that's gonna be interesting. Although not sure if we are gonna get to see Kamayuks in this game. We usually don't see them, however, because Teutons have slow cavalry, we might actually see them in this game. Anyway, Vivi's map, he has the main goal a bit forward, but his base is looking quite nice. We can see here he has a forest. He has a forest over here as well. The berries are not in the best position, so they are touching some of the trees here, but still, it's very, very wallable here for him. So he should be able to do alright. We seem to be dropping some frames, apparently. That's probably my curse at this point. We have had this issue like the last 2 streams for some reason. It's been working great for me otherwise. We're just dropping frames right now. Anyway, the main stone here in the northeast. Secondary goal over here in the east as well. And there's another secondary goal here in the east. But both of these are super far away from the TC, so it's very unlikely that he's gonna take those. He has a perfectly safe goal here. As for the Max, he has the main goal forward. Oh, and his base is not so nice. It's not so wallable. We can see right off the bat that he doesn't really have a lot of trees. He has some backwood over here, backwood over here. That's a very unfortunate pond. But he doesn't have anything in the front or in the sides. He does have this one, but it's so small and it's so far away. If he wanted to wall using this woodland, he would have to go for a wall all the way over here, then over here as well, and that would be a huge wood investment. He might try to do that though if he tries to go for fast castle, but hopefully we're gonna get some field action here as well. As for the build orders, the Inca player already going for 3 villagers in here. I'm gonna go and get the second boar. Alright, so Viv is not laming, although he's trying to scout the Max's base now. And let's take a look at the scouting information. Alright, so he spotted the eagle. Yeah, nothing he can do at this point over here. As for the Max, of course, luring the deer, or pushing the deer rather. That's not gonna be great for him in terms of scouting information, intel. Vivi already expecting the eagle to be around here, so he's just gonna go away with the scout. Makes sense, makes sense. Perfect sense. And yeah, he's doing alright. Okay. Right here we have 4 villagers on wood. He seems to be sending all villagers to the foot, so we might be seeing a Drush fast castle, especially since he has such a wallable map. But he doesn't really have a barracks yet, so that doesn't seem to be in the charts for him. When were the games played? The Max versus Vivi? These games were played a couple of days ago, between 3 and 5 days ago, so it was not played all in the same day. They played all the games during 2 days because it's a lot of games, a best of 11. So yeah, still gonna be juicy though, of course. And both players going already for feudal, so none of them is gonna try to go for fast castle, it seems. Vivi though is gonna start walling here. Very nice, very safe. Let's take a look at the scouting here. Alright, so he knows about the cliff. He can potentially try to wall over here and over here, or over here and over here. That's great. That's great. Who won the best of 11? Well, that'd be a spoiler, man. You're gonna have to wait and see. Alright, he's gonna go for the barracks now. At this point, it's too late to go for either men-at-arms or militia, so it's very likely that he's gonna go for scouts, which makes sense. Teutons do get nice cavalry. And the Max, on the other hand, is gonna go forward now with 3 militias. And 4 villagers. Very nice. So Incas is gonna go for the tower rush because they get cheaper towers. They get 15% less stone on buildings. Then he's gonna be able to start placing the towers here, playing very aggressive. Right now, in Field H, he's gonna go for double beat axe right away. Men at arms. And yeah, the Max is gonna go for scouts now, try to defend. You're welcome, man, you're welcome. I hope you enjoyed the series. We have a lot of games to go through yet. This is the first one, and it just started, so yeah. Alright, so V is gonna go with the counter tower right away. He's gonna leave a couple of villagers here on the wood, over here as well, on the farms. The food count is alright for him. He's going for loom right now. He's gonna have enough to afford villagers, yes, but he's gonna need to add more farms eventually. At this point he only has 3 farmers and 2 foragers, so not the best. That tower is not gonna go up though. Very well played here. Vivi denying the tower. Oh, but this is a great one. However, it's gonna get scouted here. There you go. So Vivi trying to debate the Minotaurs. The Minotaurs, they are not gonna go and try to chase the scouts. However, there is one low HP scout and there's now one spearman here. So the spearman, the Minotaurs, the eagles, that's gonna be very hard to counter with a single unit, and scouts not gonna do, especially because of the spear. So what is Vivi gonna do instead? He's gonna go forward, try to be aggressive, which is a good move in this situation now. However, the Max with one defensive spearman over here, another defensive spearman over there. He's gonna be protected over here. Yeah, he's in this one down here. Oh, he's gonna need to wall. He's gonna need to wall. That's a great wall. And he's gonna be able now to defend this with another spearman. And 2 of these scouts are quite low HP, so there is a single full HP one. And if he tries to engage this with some proper micro, he might be able to snipe the spearman, but there's no way he's gonna do any damage here because of the walls. However, now in Vivi's base, he went for the defensive tower here on the stone, so he's gonna be able to defend from this area. However, if the Max goes for a tower here, he should still be able to deny the stone because this tower is not going to defend this area. If we take a look at the range from the tower, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. If he goes for fletching, he's gonna have range up until here, but he's not gonna have range for this tower, while this one's gonna have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It's gonna be in range of the stone. He's gonna be able to deny the whole thing. So now he's gonna need to go for a tower over here. He's gonna need to retreat, and he's gonna choose to do the second. He cannot outbuild now this tower. It's way, yeah, it's already up, so there's no way for him to deny that. And what is he gonna do? He doesn't really have another stone. Yeah, this is... Oh, there we go. He did have another one forward. And I wonder if the Max is gonna try to go and deny that one. What is the standard game mode for 1v1 competitive? Low money, fast speed? Well, usually you play with standard resources, normal speed. And players usually play Arabia if you are very aggressive and like early aggression. Otherwise, you can play Arena. That's also a very popular map where you start with all the walls and you go for Fast Castle or Imperial even. But let's take a look at the engagement here. This is actually quite good for Vivi. He was able to clean this up. I don't think he lost a single villager. He's gonna be able to go forward now. Oh, look at this. The Max was bringing more villagers forward. He was trying to go for even more towers. But now this could potentially get denied. Let's see. This is going to require some great micro here with the spearmen and the villagers. The villagers here from Vivi should be able to clean the spearmen. However, the scouts... Yeah, the scouts are going to be an issue here. Oh, he got spotted. Let's see. 5 scouts should be, yeah, and the villagers, they should be able to clean this up, so the Max is just gonna retreat. Over here though, the Vivi's tower got spotted here by the spearmen, so the Max going instantly with the counter tower. But I think this one's gonna be up. Yeah, this one's gonna go up anyway. And because of the heal advantage now, the Max is gonna be at a disadvantage, because even though the tower's arrows aren't really affected by the heal in terms of the damage they deal to other towers, this is gonna be good when targeting villagers. For Vivi, of course. Now, he was doing a great job here chasing the villagers. He managed to snipe 2, and now he's gonna be able to get another one. Let's see, probably... Actually, no. And this villager, I feel like the Max should try to wall this villager. Let's see. Uh-oh, it's gonna get sniped. It's not gonna get sniped. Very good defense now with the tower. So yeah, about maps, Arena is also a great one to play if you like to play for the late game. Then you can also do... You can do Black Forest. That's also another regular map that people play when they want to go for Imperial Age. You usually go for the full Imperial upgrades and army, and then only then you start fighting. So this is a very, very interesting trade here. As we can see, the Max is not really attacking here anymore. Why is that? Because he's starting to take the gold over here. He was trying to micro the villagers. He was trying to build some eco over here, but now Vivi's gonna deny that gold. Actually, no, it's not in range of these tiles. He's gonna need to go for fletching. It's not in range. The Max can still keep taking the gold over there. However, he's gonna go for the market right now. He does have a great amount of gold. And he's gonna start doing some magic here with the market in order to get the Castle Age upgrade. Rather sooner than later. However, he's gonna go for Wheelbarrow now, so that's gonna have to wait a bit. As for the villager count, Vivi at this point 3 villagers ahead. And yeah, the reason why he is so far ahead is because he was able to snipe a couple of villagers from the Max when he was trying to go back home here after this tower failed, and he was able to keep the advantage. And right now he has extra villagers. He let's take a look at his resources. He has a very nice balanced eco, 400, 400, almost 400 gold, 200 stone. As for the Max, his eco is very, very imbalanced right now. He seems to be buying wood though. Why is that? He's gonna go now for a lumber camp and a defensive tower. Vivi though, he's gonna be able to go up to Castle Age. He's gonna be there at 25 minutes. What's gonna happen here in Castle Age? Well, being Teutons, he's gonna start pumping knights, so we can expect to see probably a secondary stable at some point. And the knights are gonna be able to clean this up. To get rid of the 4 villagers for sure. He can go for siege as well. Either a mangonel or a ram should be enough to get rid of this tower. However, I don't think we're gonna see mangonels really versus a mesosieve when they can go for eagles and get rid of every mangonel easily. You can play Black Forest versus Man, the best Black Forest player of all time. Even before AOC2 was made. AOE2, sorry. Well, yeah, I think a lot of people would think like that. Means 100% a respectable Black Forest player, for sure. So now the Max not gonna be able to finish this one, and that tower got walled. He might lose a villager here despite the tower. Let's see. Yes, yeah, I think one villager is gonna go down for sure. Oh, he's gonna pull the scouts away. I think he was able to snipe one villager. He should have been able to snipe one villager. However, he chose to save the units now for Castle Age. And the Max also on his way to Castle Age. Let's see if Vivi is gonna go indeed. Yeah, there we go. So the second stable, he's gonna start pumping knights. He's gonna be able to raid with knights. He should be able to defend with those as well, although the aggression from the max is no longer here. He only has defensive towers here for the lumberjacks. So as soon as some siege comes out from Vivi and clears the towers, he's gonna be able to snipe for all 4 villagers from the max. Over here though, Vivi not being able to build this one tower, the max is gonna be able to defend his own stone miners, and he's gonna start going for more barracks. So we're gonna see the red player going for sure into eagles, possibly into pikemen as well. There we go. So he's starting to go for more spearmen. At this point, he already has 3. He has 1 eagle. Is gonna go for the pikeman upgrade for sure. He can try to go for monks as well, and monks would work especially well against Teutons, as Teutons don't get husbandry, which means that their cavalry is a bit slower than usual, so they should be quite prone to conversion. And we might see some conversions here. However, he's not going for a monastery. He's gonna stick with yeah, he's gonna stick to defensive spearmen. Let's see. That's a great gate. That's a great gate. He can go for a gate here, a palisade. But Vivi's just gonna be annoying. He's just gonna go around, try to snipe a villager or 2. Actually, no, he's not gonna be able to because of the pikeman. That's a great play from the Inca player. And the max, we have to remember as well that if he goes for forging, if he goes for scale barding armor, he's also gonna upgrade villagers with those. So one bonus from the Incas is that the villagers, they get affected by infantry blacksmith upgrades. So these guys at this point, you can see they have +1 and +1, and the villagers, they have +1 and +2, +3, so that adds up with loom, and that's gonna make for some tanky villagers. This is especially useful if you have to fight not so powerful units such as skirmishers or other spearmen and pikemen, and Inca villagers are quite tanky in that regard. Vivi though, with a crap ton of knights, he's gonna catch the max. He's gonna catch the max out of guard here. That's 1, 2, 3 villagers for sure that are gonna go down now. He's gonna try to go for even more villagers. Actually, only 2 villagers went down here. The max is gonna bring all the pikemen back and try to defend with those, but that's the advantage of using cavalry, and that's one thing that as a Mesociv you cannot really fight against. Eagles, they are not cost effective versus knights, so even though they are fast, they are not the right unit. You need to go either for monks or for pikemen, and pikemen are quite slow, monks are quite slow as well. This is open! This is open! But let's see, was he trying to trap? Was he trying to trap him? No, he's gonna delete the wall. He did lose 4 knights over here though. That's a great defense from the max. He is gonna be able to get the castle up, and this tower is not gonna go up now because of the eagle warrior here, the eagle scout rather, and the pikeman. This is a great defense. That castle is gonna clear this up, and let's take a look over here. This is gonna go down as well. The palisade's gonna go down eventually, and all 4 villagers here from the max are gonna go down, which means that he's gonna be left at 7 villagers behind. So those 4 are gonna add up to the 3 villagers behind that he is already. Fortunately for him though, Vivi does have some idle villagers that he is using forward to try and build towers. Now he's gonna go for another defensive tower here, and he's gonna start taking wood, or continue taking wood rather. So are we gonna see Kamayuks here? We might see them. As we were mentioning earlier, Teutons don't get husbandry, which means that their cavalry is lower than usual, which means that counter units can still be quite effective, especially if you go forward and try to be aggressive. For defense is not ideal because the cavalry, they can just still outrun your units, but for offense then they can work quite well, because the other player is gonna have to defend with cavalry instead of trying to raid. However, Vivi's gonna go forward once again with all of the knights here, 6 knights, and he might be able to snipe more villagers. So this defensive TC is good, this one is good as well. But do they have enough garrison space for everything? It seems like they do. Alright. The knights at this point only have +1, so they are still missing chain barding armor, so that's the +2 defense, which means that they cannot quite tank the arrows as you wish they could. And yeah, yes, he's not gonna be able to do anything. As a matter of fact, he actually lost a couple of knights here to the arrows for sure. Let's take a look over here. So we already saw that the max has 3 TCs at this point. Fat Dragon, aka or VV, aka Fat Dragon, also has 3 TCs. So they should be able to keep right on par in terms of villager count. However, there are a couple of idle villagers here from the max that he is not really able to use for pretty much anything. Ah, but there we go. We can see the Kamuyuks. He's going for them. He's going for the Kamuyuks, and all of these cavalry units died. Now Vivi's not going to be able to go for only cavalry. Kamuyuks are too strong. So what can he do? He can go for archers. Archers are not ideal though, because they would die to eagle warriors that the max can go for. So cavalry alone is not going to cut it now because of the pikemen and the Kamuyuk. Infantry alone could be good, but being incas means that you have access to the slingers, and slingers are very powerful versus infantry units. So what is he gonna do? I'm not completely sure. I'm not sure if he has any options, and I'm quite curious to see what he does. Let's see. Whoa! Alright, that was a very passionate yeah, I had to mute myself. That was a very passionate race driver or something going down the street. That was probably louder than a jet noise. This is a video game, you are 100% sure. We're gonna see. I think the max is in a good position. Right now he was able to catch up with villager count, so 89 to 87 at this point. Only 2 villagers of difference. He cannot go for cavalry because of the Kamuyuk and the pikemen. He can potentially go for infantry, but infantry gets countered by slingers. Right now he's going for this tower to try and snipe a couple of villagers. He might be able to snipe a couple of those, but the castle is gonna go up regardless. And let's see, that castle is gonna get rid of this tower. It's gonna be a great stepping stone to build forward and get some momentum here to start pushing Vivi more and more. And over here, actually, the max was able to save all the villagers. He's gonna go for barracks now. So these barracks, they are 100% gonna go into eagle production for sure. So he's gonna start raiding now with the eagles. He's gonna start pushing here with the Kamuyuk and the pikemen. And where are they? They are right here. So they're gonna protect now the 4 villagers, and these eagle warriors, they're gonna be great for raiding. However, he's not queuing any just yet. He doesn't really have a lot of resources, even though at home he is quite untouched pretty much. Yeah, he's quite alright. Let's see over here. Vivi going for the forward TC is going to take control of this gold. This is the max's gold, by the way. And he's going for a watchtower. The watchtower, hopefully... Yeah, he's hoping for this watchtower to deny the stone here so that he cannot go for castles. If we take a look at Vivi's resources, he doesn't have any stone. He really needs to keep access to this one stone pile. If he cannot mine stone from here, that's gonna be so inconvenient for him. Over here though, the max at this point doesn't really have eagle warriors, only eagle scouts. Eagle scouts are not great versus arrows. He really needs to go for eagle warriors. And that was the driving enthusiast. Oh my god! Way to ruin my stream, man. Come on. Go to a racetrack. Alright, getting back into the game. Vivi starting to pick up relics here. It seems like the Max was trying to go for that one, but actually this one got picked up by Vivi. And there we go, so both players now in Imperial Age. The Max going for padded archer armor, which means that he might be going for the slingers now. There we go! So he has slingers. He's actually forcing some infantry units for Vivi, and he's gonna be able to defend now with the slingers. So a siege workshop's gonna go out over there. He's starting, the Max gonna try to go now for trebuchets. The trebuchet's gonna be great to take down the DC here, the DC here, and even the defensive towers here from Vivi for sure, 100%. And it seems though the Max lost one of his 4 villagers here. He still has all 3 over here. He is going right now for... He's still not going for the eagle, so he's gonna try to wait for all the upgrades. At this point he's going for plate mail armor, which means that his infantry unit is gonna have +3, +4 defense. And the game's not over yet. The game's definitely not over. But things seem to be going in favor of the Max over here. So there is one monk, he's gonna get 1 conversion. That's not gonna be so significant. This Kamayuk is gonna go down to the pikeman and this Kamayuk over here. Vivi is going into hand cannoneer now. Hand cannoneer is good versus infantry, so he should be doing quite well versus all the infantry from the red player. Oh, and the bombard cannon now. That's gonna be also quite good. Gunpowder units are quite powerful versus mesosieves. And Adrian Goron, you might be right. We might see a comeback here from Vivi. Right now the Max has the score lead. He is in a great position. He has most of the map control. But at the same time, Vivi is going for the right units. Let's take a look over here. Slingers, 40 HP, 8 damage. And the hand cannoneers at this point, 35 HP, 17 damage. However, they are quite inaccurate. I'm not quite sure about the accuracy of slingers, but I think they are a bit more accurate than hand cannoneers. However, now because of the pierce armor, yeah, slingers should have the edge here, I feel like, probably, in terms of accuracy and overall HP. But numbers can change everything, so if he lets Vivi mass enough hand cannoneers here, that's gonna be an issue. Over here, the Hodor ram is actually gonna take the TC down, and this is a battering ram. It's not even a cat ram or siege ram, it's just a regular battering ram. The TC is going down. There we go, and he's gonna go forward now with the pikes to start attacking. The pikes are not the best raiding unit, but they still can do some damage, and he's 100% gonna deny all the wood here for Vivi, so he's gonna have to move all the villagers away. In this front, he's getting pushed back now. The Max cannot do pretty much, cannot do anything really against the bombard cannons, and now in Imperial Age, bombard cannons, hand cannoneers, I feel like that's a great combination versus potential eagles. And of course the bombard cannons, they're gonna be great versus range units. So let's take a look here. We might see the bada boom, but no, they're just gonna disengage. And there's so much going on all over the map. Hand cannoneers here from Vivi forward, and the bombard cannons as well going forward and trying to take the buildings down. So at this point, 185 population space for the Max. He is ahead for sure. 170 populations versus 140 only. But he might get housed now very soon. The battery ram taking the tower down now. Oh no. Oh, the tower is going down. The tower is going down almost as fast as it's going up actually. Now with 2 rams and these being cat rams, it's gonna be even faster, but let's see. Villagers are trying to take it down. The tower is gonna go down though, for sure. And now we have Eagle Scouts, soon to become Eagle Warriors. That's gonna be great for raiding. Couriers as well. But this is gonna be an issue very soon for the Max. This castle is potentially going down now to the bombard cannons. And let's take a look at the hand cannoneers. A bit of a misclick over there, trying to target the palisade instead of going back. And the skirmishers now, great unit choice by the Max. Both players going for the perfect counter units for each other. And things are looking quite good for the Max still. It seems like Viv is not able to get some relief here from the Max's forward. And now with the Eagle Warriors, that's gonna be an issue. These guys now, take a look at that. 9 pierce armor. They don't care about the towers at all. These are keeps now. Keeps are very powerful, so they can still deal decent damage to the Eagles. But as soon as he goes for Elite Eagle Warrior, then that's gonna be an issue for sure. So Couriers making the infantry units quite tankier. The Eagles, they are quite tankier now. And Vivi's gonna try to take the Cat Ram now down with the villagers. He should be able to succeed here, however, he's gonna lose a couple of villagers now to the castle. And the population 194 versus 115. Vivi was going for the right units, but he was not able to do enough damage fast enough. And now the Max seems like he's gonna take the game. So he's getting rid of the towers, he's gonna get rid now of the hand cannoneer and the mangonel, this Cat Ram. There we go. Vivi's gonna call the GG, and guys, that's gonna be the first game of the series, so let's update the score right away. The Max taking the first game and getting the 1-0. There we go. We're gonna take a look at the achievements and then we're gonna load the second game. I'm also gonna resume the music because for some reason it's not working. So there we go. Perfect. Let's see. There we go. Military stats: 185 kills, 120 deaths for the Max, so 3 to 2 KD, quite nice. As for the rest of the stuff, let's take a look. Economy stats: better economy for the Max all over the board, except for stone collected. Faster uptime for Castle and Imperial Age for Vivi. Unfortunately, he was unable to bank on those on that advantage. And as for relics, 1 relic captured for Vivi, 700 gold. And yeah, 140 villagers almost for the Max to 120 only for Vivi. Timeline is quite clear. The game was looking quite even up until Imperial Age, but then yeah, for sure the Max started picking momentum here. As we can see in the middle of Castle Age towards Imperial Age and late Imperial, he just dominated. Very good reaction as well, I gotta say. Vivi was going for good units. He was choosing units wisely, but the Max was just outplaying. And we're gonna jump now into the second game. Let's see. So stay tuned. And remember guys, this is gonna be a best of 11, so we're gonna see a lot of games. Alright everyone, welcome to the second game of the series between the Max and Vivi best of 11. Right off the bat we can see the Max here playing in the red color, so they're gonna stay consistently blue and red. Magyars! And he's gonna be facing Vivi, who is playing Goths. So Cavalry Civ versus Infantry Civ. This should be good for the Goth player. Yeah, I think this should be good for the Goth player. However, the Max is probably gonna have the edge in Castle Age. Most likely he's gonna have the edge in Field Age as well. So he's gonna have to prevent Vivi from going to Imperial, late Imperial, and start spamming the hussars and the infantry. So it's gonna be interesting. Let's see. We might see high aggression from the max. That's quite likely in the early stages of the game. And let's take a look at Vivi's map. So main goal towards the north. There is a secondary goal here in the east. There is another secondary goal in the east here as well. So both secondary goals are super far away. As for the stone, the secondary stone is a bit far away as well. The primary stone is here on a hill, so it's very awkward. I don't really like Vivi's map at all. He's also not going to be able to wall easily here because it's super open, right? This direction, it's very open. But he's going to need to do something here to take control of this gold eventually. It's very unlikely that he's going to go for a TC as he doesn't really have the space here. This one tile has an elevation, so he's not going to be able to place a TC over there. He's going to have to go for a castle here eventually, in Castle Age most likely. He can go for one over here as well. If he goes for a castle here, that would be ideal because he would have access to this stone. And he could go for another castle here then, or another castle here. As for the max, if we take a look at his map, he has the main goal forward, secondary goal forward. The other secondary goal is sort of on the back, but it's super far away from the TC. And this is one thing about regular Arabia, right? We have the pawn generation here, making things a bit difficult for him. He's not going to be able to take so much wood so easily from that tree line. This is also not ideal, but he's going to be able to use the wood lines here at least for walling, so that's an advantage that he has that Vivi doesn't. He can potentially go for a wall over here, he can go for a wall over here. Overall, the max has the map that Vivi wishes he had, because this is very easy to wall, this is very easy to play passive. And that's what Vivi should be trying to do, right? So very unfortunate for the blue player here. He's going to be playing super open versus a civilization that's going to try to be hyper aggressive in Feudal Age. And yeah, so right now the build order seems to suggest that he's going to go for scouts. So gods going for scouts is not so usual. You see them going for men-at-arms, however scouts can be an option for them. Even though Magyars get better cavalry all around, scouts in Feudal Age are gonna be just about the same. Gods do get husbandry, they do get bloodlines. And in the early game, he's not gonna be at a huge disadvantage. Magyars do get cheaper scouts though, so that's gonna be something to keep in mind. But let's see, I find it very weird that he's gonna try to go for... Yeah, alright, so he has a couple more villagers here. I find it very weird that the god player is trying to go for scouts, especially with the Magyar advantage of having 15 or 18% cheaper cavalry, scout cavalry, light cavalry, and hussars, if I'm not mistaken. Not completely sure if it's 15% or 18. I think it's probably 15, let's see. 15% cheaper, perfect. And also getting forging for free, it's quite good for them. So yeah, in Feudal Age, the advantage is going to be there for the max for sure. They have superior cavalry for cheaper. And yeah, I'm not really sure what Vivi can do. He cannot go for men-at-arms. The scouts, they're just gonna dominate. Let's see over here though. Oh, he's not gonna be able to keep pushing the deer. That was a great denying here from Vivi. Now both players on their way to Feudal Age. The max on his way with 3 extra villagers. As we can see, that's 1 minute and 15 seconds more. Does it make sense? I think he is also going up to go into scouts for sure. Yeah. Oh, he's gonna go for... Oh, look at that! He's gonna go for Minotaurs actually. That's quite interesting. So he has cheaper cavalry, but he's gonna choose to go for Minotaurs instead. Minotaurs are still gonna benefit from the free forging, so they're gonna have +1. But the god player is gonna go for cavalry, and the cavalry, the player with the cavalry civilization is gonna go for infantry. That's quite unusual. Let's see though, Vivi already spotted here the militias. He can see that there are garrison units here. And is he gonna try to take any measures? He's probably just gonna wait until the units pop out. Oh, but look at that! The max is gonna go for 4 militias. Oh, that's great, that's great trap. Oh, they were not able to trap the scout, but they were able to kill it just the same. So the max, 4 militias going right now for double bit X, going for man at arms. And those men at arms already have forging, so that's +1 for free. As for the god player, he lost the initial scouts. That's not an ideal situation. You're trying to go for scouts. You really need to keep your initial scout alive, otherwise you're just gonna fall behind the numbers. He is gonna be able to snap this one though eventually. And that's also gonna debate 1 scout away. So very good job here. The max just trying to lure this scout away. To try and delay Vivi's scout rush for sure. Over here the first scout already arrived and this villager is gonna go down. And that's very unfortunate. I'm not sure if he really wanted to wall like this or if he didn't have the scouted information. So let's take a look over here. We can see that he knew about this, so he could potentially have tried to go for 1 palisade here and 1 palisade here, 1 house and a palisade here, and try to wall this area instead of like this. But now, alright, he's gonna be able to finish the wall for sure. This spearman is gonna prevent any further cavalry aggression from happening. But now, however, there are 3 scouts. He might be able to snipe the spearman now because of the wolf as well. Gaia supporting here the max, or Vivi I should say. The spearman's going down, there you go, the villager's gonna go down, that's 2 villagers down. That's gonna be potentially 3, let's see, he's gonna try to go for the walls now, panic wall, potentially a gate. There we go, so that's gonna be a gate over here. He can try to go for a gate and a palisade here, however, he's just gonna choose to go away. That's a good choice. But I was not expecting this at all. So the KD 4-2 in favor of Vivi. The villager count already 2 villagers ahead. And this Minotaurs, they should be able to take this palisade gate down. Let's see, is the house gonna go down now with the free forging? It's not. Anyway, let's see. I'm gonna decrease the volume a bit, hold on. There we go. And what's happening over here? The scouts, they're not really going to be able to do a whole lot. Now this palisade gate and the palisade wall here are going to prevent the scouts from going away. This is now completely walled, which means that the scouts are trapped inside. They're eventually going to go down to the spearman, however they might still be able to pick a villager or 2, let's see. So 1 spearman is going to go down, potentially another 1. Let's take a look at the micro, that's some good micro from the blue player. And now Vivi is going to be able to do some damage, however back at home he is getting harassed now by a couple of men-at-arms, however some archers here are going to be enough to defend. That house not going down, so he has 1 idle villager. Going now under the DC is not going to be able to do any damage, so he's just going to lose the men-at-arms, and that's a huge wasted potential in my opinion. And Vivi has been doing quite good here. So even though the max was supposed to be the aggressive player in Feudal Age, he was trying to go, he should have tried to go all in. What ended up happening instead is he got wrecked and he is losing so many villagers. He is 1 villager behind now, 2 villagers behind now, but he's gonna go for wheelbarrow. I believe Vivi should probably have wheelbarrow already. Yeah, he does. So the villagers are carrying 13 resources. And that's another villager down. Vivi doing it again. That's exactly the right song for Vivi in this moment. Triumphant music for the blue player. Oh boy, the victory song is so fitting here. Alright, so the max now about to finish with Barrow, getting very close to clicking up. Let's see, the resources are getting there. 700. Oh no, actually that's Vivi. Vivi's getting very close. Max is very close as well. He doesn't have a market. If he had the market, he would be able to go up. He's gonna go for one extra villager and then he's gonna go up for sure. He's gonna go for the market right now. Vivi's gonna click up right away though. He's gonna go for the market nevertheless. And that means that we're gonna have Vivi in Castle Age at 22 minutes. With the Goths. He's not taking any stone though. That's quite unusual. It seems like he's gonna try to go for extra DCs. He doesn't seem very interested into going for, yeah, for stone at this point, which is quite interesting. So he's gonna go for additional barracks, I would presume. Let's see. No, archer ranges. So going for the blacksmith, going for archer ranges. He's gonna try to go for skirmishers, most likely, as Goths, they don't really get good archers. Let's see. What is he gonna do? He's gonna queue some skirmishers quite soon. He's going for archers, alright, so he's gonna commit here. Goths, they don't get arbalest. I believe they don't get thumb ring, and I think they pretty much don't get Partisan tactics either. And yeah, that's the case, they don't get thumb ring. So that's quite unusual. All the units that Vivi is going for, Max has the same but better. So Max can go for fully upgraded arbalest. He can go for fully upgraded cavalry archers. He can go for fully upgraded scouts and nightline. So super versatile civilization here, Magyars. They can go for pretty much anything other than siege. But then again, Goths, they don't really get great siege themselves. So I would say that the save advantage here, at least in Feudal Age and Castle Age, should be for the Goth player. However, he's doing a great job in the early game as well. I mean, the Magyar player should have the advantage in Feudal and Castle Age. In Feudal Age, we all know how Goths go. They just start spamming 35% cheaper infantry, and yeah, they anarchy. It's just too much. Let's see. The Max plays super defensive, and this is super weird for me as well. Should be so far ahead at this point. But Vivi played so well, played so aggressive because of the bad map, and he did a great job. So right now he's gonna start taking some stone. He is gonna go for a second TC here. That's most likely a defensive TC. At this point, he doesn't really have a lot of resources. He was going for the tower. I'm not sure if he's gonna try to go for a castle here eventually, although he doesn't really have a lot of stone miners at this point, which means that he is not gonna be able to... Yeah, he's not gonna be able to mass enough or to gather enough stone fast enough to drop a fort castle. That gate could have gone down. I'm not sure why he's going back here. Alright, so he's gonna go back now to try and defend the villagers from the knights. These knights from the Max, they already have iron casting, so +2 attack. And they have only scaled Bardin armor, so that's +1 defense. Let's see. Another stable coming out from the max. He's just gonna call the GG. He's gonna... What? That's a very weird GG. What? He had a single TC, alright. He was falling behind in score, alright. He lost the knights here for sure. But is it over yet? Alright, okay, so that's gonna be the 1-to-1, that's gonna be the equalizer. So right now, VV1, the max one. We're gonna update the scores, we're gonna take a look at the achievements, and let's see. So KD quite in favor of VV, 4-3. Many of these units were villagers, while for the max, many of the units he killed, most of the units he killed were military units, so the damage was much larger for VV in terms of damage dealt. Much larger army as well, 23. Much better economy as well, other than for food. And fuel age, castle age, faster for VV, dominating this game. The max was doing quite alright here up until going up to fuel age, then he started falling behind, and we can see VV snowballing his way into the victory. Very well played. And we're gonna jump now into the third game. But guys, before that, we're gonna take a small 2 minutes break. And yeah, feel free to get up, go to the bathroom, stretch a bit, get away from the PC, from the screen, and we're gonna be back in only 2 minutes. So see you here in just a moment. Alright guys, we're back, all three viewers as you. Yeah, everyone's watching NAC. We're probably gonna get more people here as the series between Doubt and Leary finishes and people start getting back into the other streams. Well, let's see, we're gonna go into the third game right now. And let's see if we get a leader right now. Alright, guys, welcome to the third game. Guys or guy. Welcome to the third game between Vivi and the Max in this best of 11 series. So, let's take a look. Vivi at this point, the map for him. Main stone kind of forward. Secondary stone kind of forward as well. Main goal on the back. And yeah, we're a secondary goal forward as well. Not quite forward, but very far away from the DC. Not the best map generation in terms of wood is not the best either. He does have a back wood lane here and here. That's quite decent, but he doesn't really have a lot of forward woods, which means that he is not going to be able to wall so easily. And hold on, let's decrease the volume of the music a bit. There we go. And over here, the Max. Main stone and secondary stone towards the west. He should be able to wall this area. He is quite open over here though. And the goal situation for him, secondary goal super forward. The main stone, the main goal I mean is on the back. He could go for a wall over here. Walling is the way of life in 2019. So nothing you can do against that. And yeah, the civilization Saracens versus Persians, that's gonna be interesting. Saracens can go for cavalry archers. They can go for archers as well. They do get fully upgraded arbalest, cavalry archers. They get great monks as well. While Persians, cavalry civilization, they do get great knight line. So knights, cavalier, paladin, fully upgraded. However, because of the fully upgraded monks from the Saracen player, plus the fact that he's gonna have access to great camels as well. Fully upgraded camels, that means that the Persian player is probably not gonna go for knights, although that's his strength, right? Very tricky here. Vivi cannot really go for archers because Persian knights, they get +2 attack versus archers. He can potentially go for cavalry archers because of the mobility. He can potentially go for camels, but the Persian player is a lot more unidirectional. He needs to go for knights. In terms of infantry, he only gets long swordsmen. They do get halberdier if I'm not mistaken. Yeah. And not much more. They do get crossbows, but they are quite lackluster. They do get cavalry archers. They are alright, but they still lack bracer. He only has +2 attack. Let's see. Nope, what? I am with you from the beginning. I'm not interested in NEC2 because 4 players play versus 2. 1600 elo. Oh. Which players are 1600 elo? I'm very interested. Let's get some drama up. Just kidding though. All NEC players are quite good. Of course, some of them are quite a bit stronger. Jordan in particular, and Fire probably the weakest link, the weakest links in that chain. But yeah, it's to be expected. Let's keep talking about these games though. And this is only the third one, so we still have, at the very least, 3 more to go, as the best of 11 requires for 6 victories, and right now we have 1-1, so after this one we need at least 4 more extra games. That's what I'm trying to say. Barracks up, so Vivi seems to be trying to go for men at arms, alright. At this point you're going for the early barracks. You try to go either for Drush FC, which could be an option. Saracens, they get a great castle age, so we might be seeing that, although his map is not very wallable. If he queues the militias, yeah, he's gonna try to go for Drush fast castle. Or it's gonna be the case now for the Max instead. He does have a lot of villagers here on wood. He is gonna start sending some militias forward. Oh, and he lost a villager here. I think he blocked himself with the militia. He might lose the militia now. Oh no, he's not gonna lose it. But I think when the militia went out the barracks, he blocked the villager and she died. Ah, that's quite sloppy, and the Max must be so frustrated. Oh no. So now one of those militias is super weak. He doesn't seem to be going for village at all, so we're gonna see both players trying to go for fast castle. However, I feel like the Saracen player should have the edge here, so Vivi should be able to take a better engagement. He does have the numbers advantage, he does have the HP advantage, and take a look at the sheep. It seems like Vivi, yeah, he wasn't able to find all his sheep, so that's gonna hurt a bit. He didn't find these either. What is his scouting like? Oh no, look at that. That's so unfortunate. He didn't find 4 of the 8 sheep that he should have had, which means that he's gonna be quite hurt. Let's take a look over here though. The gate's gonna go up, so the militias are not gonna be able to go around here. He should have tried to deny the gate, but of course he didn't see the foundations until the villager hammered it. Anyway, the militias are here already. Good quick walls from the red player. He's gonna go for a house here as well. That's gonna force all militias to walk under the TC. Actually, as a matter of fact, one of them is gonna go right under the TC and he's gonna get wrecked. Now the Persian TC, yeah, quite good. Over here though, let's see, the Max is gonna bring all his forward back just to defend, and the numbers here are still in favor of the blue player. However, now 4 versus 4 under the TC should be a fight in favor of the red player for sure. He's gonna have the wall here though. Let's see. Is he gonna go away? Vivi can potentially go away here. Ah, he's gonna try to take the advantage of the hill. Or the hill advantage rather. He did manage to get a couple of militia, so that's gonna be at this point 2 for 2, 3 for 2. That's gonna be 4 for 3. And that was overall, I feel, a fairly good engagement for Vivi. The only remaining militia here from the Max is fairly low HP. And if we take a look at the population, we can see 29 and 32 villagers already for both players, which means that we're gonna see a castle age very soon. For the time being, the Max already has the resources to go up, but he's choosing not to for some reason. And there we go, Vivi is gonna click up now, so he's going up with 3 extra villagers. He probably doesn't have, yeah, he doesn't have wheelbarrow. I feel like probably red has. Let's see. Then, actually no. Interesting, so did he lose villagers here? I didn't notice any villager loss. But it seems like he might have lost a villager here and there. Either that or he got some idle time, because he is already, there we go. So he's 2 villagers behind, but one of them is accounted for the difference in uptime and the other one is accounted for loom, of course. Alright, so they are quite even in terms of TC working time. Jordan in front of Viper and Fire in front of everyone. Red lost of, oh, you're correct, yes, lost a villager to the boar. I completely forgot about that. But if we take a look at the uptime, actually being 2 villagers ahead is not so good for Vivi, because one of them is because of the faster uptime, the other one is because he doesn't have loom while Vivi has loom, so it seems like Vivi did get some idle TC time, probably trying to get enough food to go up to fuel age faster. Right now he's gonna go for the market right away, he's gonna go for the blacksmith as well, he is getting very close to going up to castle age, the resources are pretty much almost there. There we go, see? Yes, he's gonna go now for the market moves. He can buy 100 food and he can click up right now. There we go. So going up already. The blue player is gonna be there at 18 minutes and 33 seconds. So the Saracen player is gonna be the first one up. And what is he gonna do? At this point, he doesn't really have a lot of stone. He's not mining anything, so he's not gonna try to go for a castle. He's gonna try to go for TCs. And yeah, I'm not sure about that. So he's not mining stone, which means he's not gonna go for the castle. He's gonna use all 200 stone to go for extra TCs, which means that he's gonna try to go for a boomier playstyle. Either that, or he's gonna try to place the TCs defensively. And let's take a look at the max on the other hand. Also going out to Castle Edge, he's gonna try to go for skirmishers, alright, so he's probably expecting cavalry archers from the Saracen player. And that may be the case. That may be the case. We have 3 archer ranges here from the blue player. Vivi is gonna go for cavalry archers. That's a great unit for the Saracens. They also get 4 extra damage versus buildings, so that's a great bonus for him. And also the foot archers, they do get +2 damage versus buildings, so it's a respectable choice. But it seems like the Mac's gonna be ready. He is going certainly for the skirmishers, and now, yeah, he told on himself. And Vivi now knows about the skirmishers. He sent 1 archer forward, and I feel like he's probably trying to debate the Max into thinking he's gonna go for archers, while instead he's gonna try to go for cavalry archers. At least that's what I feel like he's gonna do. Yes, he's gonna go for cavalry archers. So is the Max gonna bait the bite? That's the question. He saw 1 archer, let's see if he overreacts. He's gonna go for crossbows. It seems like he's not gonna... Yeah, he's not gonna take it. He's just gonna assume that the Saracen player is gonna go for cavalry archers. He's gonna start going for archers himself. 2 archery ranges for him. That's gonna be good. He's not gonna go for any extra TCs though. So it seems like we're gonna have 1 TC aggression from the red player. He's gonna go for double archery range production. He's gonna go for a siege workshop very soon, eventually. And the blue player should be going for extra TCs. We can see already he doesn't have any stone whatsoever, which means that he should have placed either TCs or he sold all the stone. It seems like he sold the stone. Yes! They are both gonna commit to 1 TC. We're gonna see a very aggressive Castle Edge. They're both committing to... Yeah, they're both committing to 1 TC. Let's see over here. 1 knight, that's gonna be enough to snipe potential mangonels. And the cavalry archers, they're gonna be great versus this army, especially as the skirmishers. They don't have any defensive upgrades. So the Max, spotting the cavalry archer, is gonna go instantly into padded archer armor. That's gonna provide +1 protection. And he's gonna need to go also for leather archer armor for the +2. Vivi is going right now for barking arrow. That's gonna be quite good. That's gonna bring the range for the cavalry archers up to a total of 6. Alright. That's a good engagement. That's good engagement. He's trying to bait now with the knight. If he just ignores the knight, that's gonna be so bad for him. The knight's gonna deal cheap damage here and there, and the cavalry archers, they're gonna do the job here as well. So 2 archer ranges are not gonna be enough, especially not with the knight over here. And he's gonna keep sending more and more units forward, so he's reinforcing with more cavalry archers. He is going for more knights. Oh, wait a moment, I think the stream title is probably wrong, right? I'm not really sure what it is. Let me change it. The Max versus Vivi. Best of 11. There we go. Perfect. Let's keep watching the game though. additional farms here and the mill for the red player trying to expand his economy a little bit. The palisades, they're not gonna do anything. Saracen player that gets +4 attack versus buildings. Look at that going down. There's nothing red can do at this point. He's gonna get in. He's leaking in. He's got a leak. He's got a leak. You have a cavalry archer leak, man. You gotta fix it. Oh, that's gonna be so bad for him. This might be game for Vivi right now. He is untouched at home, so he's undisturbed. And he managed to push villagers away here. There are some elite skirmishers here, which is great. But now with this knight, that's a very weak knight. That's very unfortunate. If he had another knight, then the story would be different. He's gonna start going for siege right now though, and we might be seeing some siege workshop from the red player as well. There we go. So he's gonna go for his own mangonel. They're gonna start dancing with the mangonels. 2 TCs for red. They're gonna be defensive TCs. And yeah, the skirmishers, they're gonna do quite well. At this point though, he doesn't really have ballistics, so a single knight's gonna be a huge pain in the butt for the red player. The max is gonna need to go for ballistic. With this amount of archers and with this kind of mobile units from Vivi, yeah, that's gonna be a very important upgrade. At this point though, he doesn't really have the resources to go for a university yet. He's going for another lumber camp, he's going for additional houses. He's gonna have enough for a university at some point, very soon. But Vivi is the one going for ballistics right now. Let's see. Yeah, he doesn't have a university, so the max is gonna be at a disadvantage here. The cavalry archers are gonna be able to dance around the arrows from these units all day long, but they're gonna be able to do so much damage as well, with very accurate shots. Now, one of the archery ranges is gonna go down, and that's gonna have the production capacity of the max, which means that this is not looking good for him. He's on the back foot, and he has been for a while right now. Very well played here from blue. Vivi really doing a great job here, dealing so much damage from the field age and translating that advantage into castle age. He's gonna need to go back now though. That was a very good micro here from the max, getting the mangonel. Right now this ram is gonna go down to both mangonels, but the mangonel is gonna go down to the cavalry archers, and this is gonna be a matter of micro. For the time being, we can see the max is doing quite well. He did lose one mangonel here. He did kill another mangonel here. So right now the mangonel trade is 1-to-1 for both players. And monastery build and university build. So right now the max is finally going to be able to go for ballistic. That's going to be so important for him. This mangonel though might go down. Let's see. Oh, that's a great shot. And that's a great shot as well. He didn't get so many units though. Let's see. Let's see. The mangonel is gonna go down. Potentially the mangonel is gonna go down, but now the cavalry archers are coming here to try and do the damage, try and support the mangonel. The mangonel is also probably gonna get support from another mangonel at some point. Yeah, there we go. Another mangonel on the way. 80% there already. And this army of mostly skirmishers is not going to be so effective anymore. So let's see, at this point he has 17 units, which means that he's not going to be able to two-shot this mangonel anymore. He's going to need 3 shots from all the units to get the mangonel down. Oh, that's a great shot! The max! He's calling the GG, and Vivi's going to take the 3rd game. That's gonna bring the series now 2-1 in favor of the Fat Dragon, the Chinese legend. and that was very, very, very well played. Going all in with 1 to see aggression, triple archery range production. And yeah, the strategy from the Max, trying to go for extra TCs, trying to boom, get ahead economically, wasn't really viable. Unfortunately for him, Vivi is just a great player and he was not gonna let him do that. So let's go back now, let's get into the achievements, let's take a look and let's jump straight into the 4th game. KD quite there in favor of Vivi, so 3-2 over here. Resources much better for the Max for sure, at least in terms of food and wood, but Vivi dominating here with stone and gold and aggression overall. As we can see in the eco stats, in the military stats, 29 army versus 27. Many of these were ripped though in the end, so that's probably not the army that he had in the end. Well played though, more villagers for the Max, but unfortunately unable to get far ahead fast enough to start pushing back. And we're gonna go into the 4th game in just a moment. Alright, here we are guys. Gonna cast whole series. Of course, we're gonna cast all games, guys. This is the best of 11. And this is the 4th game, so we have at least, how many? 4 games to go. Right now, the 2-1 means that for Vivi to win, he needs to win 4 games in a row. And for the Max to win, he needs to win 5 games. 6 games, oh no, 5 games, yeah. 4 games for Vivi, 5 games for the Max. Anyway, getting right into the game, we're gonna take a look at the saves, the players, and the maps. Right here we have Vivi playing with blue once again. He's gonna be playing Britons. Britons, very nice. And he has the main goal forward, but close to the TC, close enough to the TC. The secondary goal super forward. And the secondary goal, what is this? Look at this. This is probably closer to the Max's base actually. Yeah, that's a very bad goal generation for him. So he's gonna need to rely on this one. He's gonna need to defend this one eventually if he wants to go and take that. As for stone and wood, let's take a look. So the main stone and the secondary stone are both towards the west. And he has a nice back wood line. Alright. There's another wood line over here, but very unfortunate pawn generation. It's gonna take about 80% of that wood. Forward, he has more wood over here as well. This is a very unfortunate pawn generation. And his map is overall very open. As for the Max, we take a look over here. We can see he has a secondary stone, gold on the back. That's quite good for him. The main goal for him is forward, and there is a secondary goal over here. Now if we go a bit more forward, we can see that there is another goal over here. That's from Vivi, very unfortunate. And for stone, the Max has the main stone on the east. It seems like he's gonna be able to wall this area quite well. And he has a very safe, very nice secondary stone over here. Interesting. So in terms of strategies, oh, hold on, the wood, yeah. 2 back woods here, and he has 2 front woods here. The map is a lot better for the Max with this matchup. As for strategies, what are we gonna see? Teutons. For the Max, they can go for cavalry, they can go for infantry. Of course, probably the strength is going for knights. Unfortunately for him, the knights are very slow. They don't get husbandry, but they are still better than the Breton knights. The Breton cavalry is not the best either. Vivi though, playing Britons, he's most likely gonna go into archers. Archers versus cavalry is probably not the best. And let's see what he's doing. He's going for 3 villagers on wood. We're gonna have to wait and see what they go for. I have seen Britain players go for scouts. I'm not sure if he's gonna do that here, I don't think so. I think it's very likely that we're gonna see the Max going for scouts as a Teuton player. Hello Vivifan. Hapex! Welcome, welcome everyone guys. Hello everyone. And the Max going for 4 here. So that's quite interesting. When you want to go for scouts, you usually go for only 3 villagers on wood. You start adding more villagers as you get closer to 20 population. So he might be adding, let's see if he has another... He doesn't have another wood line, so this is quite unusual for me. Can't quite recognize it. He's going now to fuel age. Oh! He's gonna go... This is something else that Teutons can do. He's gonna go up now, super fast. He's gonna go for the towers, of course, of course. The Max did this. Last stream, last Tuesday, we saw the Max play versus Vivi in a best of 5, and he went for the douche with Teutons. But now he's going to fuel age, so he's gonna go for the towers, of course, the bonus here. So Teutons, they can garrison 5 extra villagers on the towers, and they can shoot a total of 9 arrows, so that's 4 extra arrows. And that's gonna be quite interesting, so he's gonna... Yeah, he's gonna have spotted that, let's see. Scouting, he doesn't know about this. He's going YOLO, but he doesn't know the resource location. This is very fortunate for him. He doesn't know. Look at the luck. Look at the luck. He's so lucky. Denmark. Hello, man. How are you doing? That's so lucky. He's gonna go for a tower here. He didn't even scout. He didn't even scout. But both stones are here, and he's gonna be able to garrison all the villagers. He can either go for 2 towers at once, he can go for a single tower, build it super fast and garrison all the villagers. He's not gonna have enough space to build with all of them though. 2 of these guys are gonna be idle, so he can potentially try and go and build another tower and get ahead in the tower chain. In the tower chain, I mean. Let's see. Alright, the tower's up already. He can garrison all the villagers inside. Also, they get free murder holes, so if these towers survive until castle age, they are gonna need siege for sure, because otherwise units under the tower are gonna die 100%. Right now though, the trade should be going in favor of the Max. He did lose 1 villager though, that's quite unfortunate. Unfortunately for him as well, Vivi did manage to sneak 1 villager here, so that's also gonna help this tower. And it seems like the Max is losing the initial tower trade. However, with this tower, if this tower goes up, he needs to wall. He needs to wall here. He's not walling. The tower is gonna get denied now. He's not walling, he cannot use murder holes in field age. The tower's not gonna do anything, the tower's just gonna go down. Oh no. This is going so bad for the Max. Actually, Vivi playing this quite well. At this point already 4 villagers ahead. 5 villagers ahead. The Max going for the YOLO, and that's not paying out right now. He's trying to debate now. Let's see. Alright, so he's gonna be able to repair this forever at this point. Yeah, he has the resources, so he can keep repairing. Something else he could try to do, he could try to delete this and place a tower instead, and try to ungarrison villagers to try and build this tower and try to repair this one. And then he could potentially use both towers to defend one another. However, if he did that, Vivi would probably just try to outbuild him and try to place a tower somewhere here. 3k caster. Well, I gotta be 3k at something, right? Let's see. Oh, he's gonna go for the tower, yes. If this tower goes up, that's gonna be so inconvenient for the blue player. Vivi, yeah. He's struggling so much here trying to garrison the villagers. Oh, but look at that. He has a couple of villagers now blocked inside the tower. He's gonna be able to repair this and be protected from the military units from Vivi. So this tower is gonna go up, and that's gonna be so bad for the blue player. Right now, the rest of the map is looking quite good for Vivi. He does have a couple of scouts here that he can use to go forward potentially. However, the max at this point is already fully walled at home, so he's quite safe. He's going for these walls right now. He should be able to finish this. However, he doesn't need to, as any unit trying to go around this wall is gonna have to go under the TC, and that's not ideal. So ball tower's up now. Very well played very well played by the max. Vivi's the skinny dragon. I don't know. Have you seen the picture of Vivi? That's a funny picture that he shares of himself. But this is quite good, so he did manage to deny both stones now, which means that he can keep on building on the chain of towers, and he's gonna be able to do a lot of damage here. Yeah, there we go. So this tower is gonna start targeting this one. However, because of the villager advantage that the max has over here, having 8 villagers forward and being able to garrison 10 of them inside the tower and shoot 4 additional arrows with it, he should be able to still win this. And if this tower goes down, then he's gonna be able to build a tower over here and start building the chain of towers towards this area. If this wood gets denied, Vivi's, yeah, the only other option for him right now is this one, and it's not ideal, so that's a very unfortunate wood generation for him. 2 gigantic ponds in the middle. Yeah, I have seen the picture. Alright, so Vivi's gonna try to go now for fletching. That's gonna give him the edge here. That's gonna allow him to kill the villager that's trying to repair the tower. But the max very sloppy here, not really targeting the tower now. Finally gonna target it. Yeah, very unfortunate. Now, let's see. The villager gonna go down? No! The tower! The tower is getting really damaged. However, because of the extra range, he's gonna be able to kill any villagers that repair the tower from the max, but the max is not gonna be able to do the same for Vivi. Over here though, the scouts are going forward. He does have a couple of archers to prevent any further walling. However, the max has enough stone to go for a defensive tower, and it's gonna that's gonna stop the aggression from the blue player all. Full stop. So the aggression seems to be going a lot better for the max now. It was not working a minute ago, and yeah, it seems to be going a lot better for him now. So he's gonna go for another tower. And that tower is gonna go up 100%. When this one goes up, he's gonna be able to start building more towers towards this area. Let's see. I'm not sure. Let's take a look at the range. So that's 5 range for the archers. That's 9 range for the towers. So he can safely build a tower around here and still be able to defend his units from the archers. And the tower over here could potentially deny all the wood for Vivi. So I'm not really sure why he's not doing that. Back at home, he's not really struggling very much. He's only walling here. This tower is gonna go up. That tower is gonna be enough to defend from the push. And I feel like the max is doing quite well, despite the score lead from Vivi. Once the max builds a tower here, then Vivi's gonna be out of wood. He's not gonna be able to take wood from here. This wood line is super inefficient. But yeah, it seems like at this point, the max is not really going for more towers. He doesn't really have the stone yet. And Vivi is abusing the market, so as we can see, he's gonna get enough resources to go up. And the max running out of steam, is only now gonna go for the tower. So what is the issue here? He was mining stone here, but because of the aggression from Vivi, he was forced into building defensive towers, which means that he didn't have enough stone to go for more towers over here. Now this is gonna be an inconvenience for Vivi. He's gonna have to move the villagers away. Yeah, that's gonna be bad for him. He's not gonna be able to keep taking wood. But he's gonna be in Castle Age, and at this point the Max doesn't really have the resources. He has a decent amount of wood, food I mean, 500, 100 wood, 100 stone. Even if he sold, yeah, even if he sold the wood and the stone. Uh-oh. Does he know about this? Oh, that's so unfortunate. He could have walled the villagers here. That would have been so good. And he knew about the cliff, I think. He knew about the cliff here, but he didn't know it was connected to the edge. That's very unfortunate. That would have been a great fantasy play. Anyway, yeah, even if the Max sold all of the extra resources that he has, he's still not gonna get enough to go up yet. And Vivi is gonna be able to start pushing now with Britain units, castle units. So let's see, he hit Castle Age right now. The Max is not calling GG, he is 3 villagers ahead, although he is 1 age behind, of course. And Vivi's gonna go for Crossbowman, he's gonna go for Bodkin Arrow. He's gonna start denying the resources systematically, and we can see that he's gonna go for 1 tower over here. That's gonna deny this wood. He's gonna go for the crossbows to deny the farms over here, to deny the golds. And we were noting that the gold generation was not great for him, so the Max not gonna be able to take this. Is not gonna be able to take this. The only gold that he has is out here, and it's in the wild, so he's not gonna be able to take that one either because of the scouts here from Vivi. So right now the blue player is taking full map control. He's gonna be able to deny all of the resources for the red player. Yeah, pretty much. So there was a hole here apparently, but now that tower is gonna, yeah, that tower is gonna block the hole. That's very fortunate for him. And I'm not sure if he actually knew that there was a hole here, because it doesn't, it looks quite closed, but it seems like it was open all along. And yeah, now the Max is on the back foot. Vivi is most likely gonna get some units to start clearing the towers up. These towers are not really doing a whole lot of damage. The main goal is denied, but he has secondary goal over here. He has another secondary goal over here. And because of the map control, he can start taking gold from here, here, and here. Yeah, and the Max going up to Castle Age right now. He's gonna hit in under a minute. What is he gonna do? He's already on the back foot. He's already 3 villagers behind. At this point though, the Britain player doesn't have any extra TCs, so maybe the Teuton player is gonna... yeah, the Teuton player is gonna have a chance here. Let's see. Who do you think will win? I think the Max had a decent chance in Fuel Age, but I think the forward from Vivi was quite good into forcing more towers to be built here, which means that the Max was not able to keep going for more towers here. If he went for this tower earlier, I think the Max would have been able to get the game. But Vivi was playing this quite well. He's gonna go for extra TCs now, and I think now the games should be in favor of Vivi. Teutons, they are an infantry civ. Britons, they are an archery civ. And that's usually a good indication of what's gonna happen in the game. Of course, not all the archery civs beat all the infantry civs. Not even a regular archery civ is a guarantee to win a game versus a regular infantry civ. It all depends on the players, how well they play. We have seen in tournaments how camel civilizations lose to cavalry civilizations. We have seen all sorts of stuff, but I think right now the edge is there in favor of Vivi for sure. Probably without husbandry, kind of slow. Yes, Teutons don't get husbandry, so their cavalry is quite slow. Teutons have good paladins though. They are good, but they are slow. That's an issue. So they are not so good at raiding because you can get a couple of halberdiers and still defend quite effectively. But let's see. Okay, that's quite unusual. The Britain player is gonna start going for knights. Alright, so knights. Crossbows. Probably the knights are to try and snipe the mangonels. That's a very usual move. So you go for a lot of crossbows, even skirmishers or ranged units. And to defend from the mangonels, you also add a couple of knights. You don't really need fully upgraded knights to do that. A couple of base knights are gonna do the job. However, right now here, Vivi is spotting the extra TC here, so he did manage to snipe one villager. However, the red TC is gonna go up just in time. So Max is gonna be able to get control of this gold. Now we need to keep in mind that this is the only gold that he has access to. So when this one runs out, he's gonna need to start pushing here to gain control of his main and the other secondary gold. By the time this gold runs out though, this one might have run out as well. So he's either gonna need to take control of the map and go for neutral gold, or he's gonna need to start pushing here and get control of his own main goal. The villager situation though, much better for Vivi at this point, 71 versus 53. Oh, he got trapped here. However, because of the hill, I feel like Vivi should be able to clean this up. Let's see. Yeah, the Max is gonna retreat, so the Magna is running away from the crossbows. And yeah, okay, so yeah, the round's gonna go down now to the siege. Very good move here from the Max, defending the towers. He could potentially try to take gold from here, but he would need to get another tower up, otherwise ranged units might be enough to deny this gold for the Max. But let's see. What Teutons does quick? Resign. That's the only thing he can do quickly. Alright, so yeah, this is what we were talking about, right? The knights were enough to get the mangonels, so he's now gonna be able to get the crossbows now back in action. So he's gonna use these to start denying the wool. Let's see, does he have enough range? At this point he has 8 range, so he's gonna be able to deny this area. I'm not sure if he's gonna be able to deny the wood from here. However, that's gonna be quite annoying for Vivi, for the Max I mean, so he's gonna have to move all the villagers away. And this wood was denied by the tower already. This wood getting denied by archers is super inconvenient for him. So he's gonna try to go towards this area, he's gonna go for a defensive TC, he's gonna be able to start taking wood. But he is gonna need a defensive tower as well. Because if he went only for the town center, crossbows from this area or this area would be able to deny the lumberjacks as well. So the defensive tower is needed. This positioning is quite good for him. The knights are going to be able to defend the crossbows from potential mangonels. And yeah, overall, good defense here from good defensive here from Vivi, denying resources for the Max. The other side of the map, things are still looking the same. The barracks, it seems like it's gonna go down eventually. He does have guard tower now, so these are a bit more powerful. They have a bit more oomph. Oh, but it seems like he's gonna try to clean this up. He's not gonna be able though. Nah, he's not gonna be able. He's gonna be able to get the mangonel, but he's probably gonna lose all the knights. Let's see. Max, he's not paying attention. He's gonna lose one villager. There we go. And because of the free murder holes, now Vivi's gonna have to walk away. Yeah, there we go. In this game, it seems like Vivi didn't really have the best scouting. He was missing 2 sheep over there. But let's see. Blue player's on his way to Imperial Age. He has an offensive forward castle right now. And from this one, he's gonna be able to start pumping trebuchets for sure. I'm not sure if he went for the unique tech already. Let's take a look. Hold on. Yeah, let's take a look. No, he didn't go for Yeoman yet. He can go for Werewolf to have more accurate trebuchets if he wants to, although I don't think that's going to be necessary. The Teuton players most likely going to stick to Cavalry. So pushing from the castle is going to be the move for the Briton player. Yeah, I don't think there's a lot that the Max can do at this point. When Vivi hits Imperial, I will not be surprised if the Max calls the GG. Let's see, he's already 70% up, yes. What are the choices for the Max? Alright, so he doesn't get the best, he gets good infantry, he doesn't get the best cavalry, he gets strong paladins but they are very slow. They are certainly not going to be able to close the gap between the cavalry and the archers, so the Briton players should be able to chunk a good deal of damage out of the cavalry as they try to approach. If they go for archers versus cavalry, of course. But let's see, the Max is not calling it. The score is not so different for both players, so he might still have a little bit of a chance. But right now, Vivi is going for Squires. Alright, interesting, going for Squires, so he's gonna try to go for pikemen, it seems, to defend from the potential cavalry. But this is so bad. I can't stress this enough. This is so bad for the Max. He doesn't have access to his own golds. So one trebuchet out already. That's gonna be great to clear towers, to clear TCs, and to start raiding. The Max right now bringing a couple of knights though, and I am expecting pikes. Yeah, there we go. So I'm expecting pikemen from the blue player. Damn it, dog! Alright, sorry about that. Max needs to wall them trap. Teutons are a good save. Yes, they are. Skirm, Siege, and Knights. Let's see. Skirms, Siege, and Knights. Skirms. They are an option. They certainly counter archer units for sure. However, because of the extra range, with good micro you should still be able to take favorable fights versus skirmishers. Briton archers, they get extra range, so it's very hard for skirmishers to kill them if you are microing your archers. However, right now it seems like we are seeing mostly cavalry versus pikemen, so the infantry civ guy is going for cavalry and the archery civ guy is going for infantry. That's quite something. Let's take a look though. Another castle going up here for the blue player. Vivi on fire. He already managed to get one TC down. He got the towers down as well. I was gonna be able to start raiding right now, and the Max was forced to expand his economy towards the south and towards the west. He doesn't really have a base anymore. What was his original base and his original TC is already under threat. And we're gonna see the tower going down, we're gonna see the stables going down. At this point, the Max going for ballistics, but still not anywhere near clicking up to Imperial Age, and he's not gonna be able to do so much. He only has elite skirmishers with castle upgrades and knights with castle upgrades, but he's gonna be fighting versus an Imperial Age player here. The castles are going to be a game changer. I agree that the pressure is quite good here from Vivi for sure. I'm surprised that he is targeting the house though. He must not be paying attention. He even has a trebuchet here. So he was able to clean all of this up. That's quite good for Vivi. He's taking map control. He's going for additional TCs over here, farms, lumberjacks. He's going for the military base here forward. It's only a matter of time until he starts pushing this area. And I don't think the Max can do anything in Castle Age right now. He cannot start producing military because he is constantly being pressured, so he needs the military, he needs to do damage. That's exactly what he's trying to do, but at the same time that hurts his imperial chances. The villager count 130 for Vivi, 84 for the Max. Military count higher for the Max, that's to be expected, yes. But I'm not sure, man. I don't think this is good for him. I don't think the Max really has a chance anymore. He's really trying to do as much damage as possible. He might be able to snipe villagers here, but now he's not really microing very well here, so he's mismanaging. Alright, he's gonna pull the knights back, and the pikemen might get picked off by the skirmishers. Now though, there we go, that's the GG. As the Breton player starts pumping Cavalier, there's absolutely nothing for a Castle Age player to do, and that's gonna be the straw that broke the camel's back. That's gonna bring the series now to, let's see, 3-1, and Vivi is dominating here. So last week we saw a best of 5 where the Max lost 3-0 to Vivi, and right now in the best of 11 the score is already 3-1 for the blue player, so quite well played over there. Let's take a look over here. So military stats, we can see the KD 2-1 pretty much in favor of the Max. Largest army was also in favor of him. However, when we take a look at the economy stats, that's domination. That's absolute destruction. Over twice the gold collected, 50% more wood, 30% more food, and only a bit less stone. Yeah, that's super bad for him. So well played, Vivi. Vivi got the fourth game for the 3-1, and we're gonna jump into the fifth game right now. So hold on and stay tuned because we're gonna jump in just a moment.